Hi, Parker.
Poonam, greetings.
Greetings. This is Presence Practice with Parker and Poonam today. And the topic today is actually about what we discussed, Parker, about past conditioning, past patterns of conditioning, right? So I want to play a video of Eckhart explaining this conditioning in his mother, right? So I noticed when I watched this video, and it is like an old video from 2009 or 2010 called The Mountain and the Valley. And he talks about his mom always said, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? I'm getting old. What do I have to do? So let's play the video and then I'll tell you about what pattern I saw in my mom and she passed it on to me. Okay, here we go. Thanks.
Because quite often there's nothing much you can do. Anything you do, in many cases, not all, sometimes action is required, but in many cases, anything you do, you only add to the problem. I had, when my mother was getting old, I tried to open her a little to these essential truths that but she had a few glimpses, and that was good. But on the whole, she just could not let go of complete identification with her former identity. And I remember when she was 84, 85, she died when she was 86. She called me every day and complaining about, of course, her body was failing, her eyesight was failing, and it wasn't so much a problem of the physical, it was a problem of the mind saying, what's going to happen to me? And what's the fear that came up. And always she said, what do I do? What do I do? And I couldn't eliminate from her mind the word do. Especially Western people are conditioned to believing that everything has a doing solution to it. Every problem you have to do something about it, to solve it. The slightest irritation, what can we do about this? And many things, of course some things, yes, require action, but many other things require bringing a different state of consciousness to the situation, rather than doing. They do it to their own bodies. The slightest thing, and they run to the doctor. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor, no. But the slightest thing is, okay, I'll give you a pill. You're doing something against it. There's a little pain here, do something. And so a few times I said to my mother, there's nothing to do. Just accept this moment as it is. And also she believed it was her personal problem, that she was afflicted by this disease called old age, and she had been singled out by destiny. And I tried to explain, no, it is a human condition. Why to me? Why does this happen to me? It's called old age. What do I do? Nothing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
So this this exact scenario of what he is talking about, his mom, my mom used to do exactly the same thing. I'm here in the US, she's in India. The moment she picks up the phone, I pick up the phone, call her. It's a laundry list of, I have this problem, this sickness, this sickness, this sickness, this, and what do we do? So it's not like, okay, his mom was German and it was some some pattern that existed only in German people or in Germany or in the West. It's even in India. So I realized when I heard that it is a universal pattern. Does that make sense? It's not what do we call it? Not concentrated to one certain country or concentrated to these people. It's universal. This past conditioning pattern, somehow for the past hundreds of years, humans have learned we need to do something and constantly keep doing. We were not allowed, Parker. I remember my mom, not even a second rest we had. If you had summer vacation, right? There was, if she went somewhere, there would be a list of chores. Like we had to clean all the grain, like wheat grain in India, you have to take the stones out. The same thing with rice. Rice comes with stones, and you have to like sift through the rice and make sure there are no stones. So we were given, she would buy like 100 kgs of rice, and we had to sift through. Every day there was like chores the whole month or month and a half of summer vacation, right? So I had that pattern. Like she gave that pattern to me that I constantly need to do, right? Where being, nobody ever taught us that being is the most important thing to be engaged in, right? And so everything was very fast. Like she had to move very fast, doing off, I need to cook, I need to clean, I need to wash the clothes, and everything had to be done at a speed of 1,000 miles per hour. Like she wouldn't give herself a single moment of rest. And I was that way until I got into this spiritual practice of, okay, I can sit back. It is okay to sit in a chair and meditate. It is okay to be slow with my dishes. It is okay if I take 4 hours to cook. And I do it with presence, that I pluck each leaf of coriander, cilantro leaves, right? You pluck each leaf, pay attention to it, smell it, right? Hold the vegetable in my hand. And it is so much more joyful to actually like feel the tomato, like when you're washing the tomato, like feel the tomato, how much more joyful that is. And then, you know, that joy flows into when you're cooking, you're feeling so good about touching the produce, right? Which I never had before. I was like constantly, exactly the motion that he makes, right? Let's move through. I had that pattern. So I wanted to share that with you. What do you say?